Chuck Dixon explains why manga wipes the floor with American comics. Chuck Dixon has literally written thousands of American comics, and now his YouTube. It's on YouTube. It's on his YouTube show. Ask Chuck Dixon. He received the following question: "What is your theory, thoughts on why manga is wiping the floor with American comics?" The question arrives at 20 minutes and 26 seconds in the video, and Dixon chuckles when he reads it, and he goes on to give a detailed answer. "It's not so hard to figure out, really," he said. "There's a lot of dedication, passion, and craft in manga comics, and that's missing almost entirely from the big two. Marvel and DC still run the store here. They still are the market leaders, and unfortunately, there is no variety there. There's nothing really different. There's not something for everybody the way there is in manga." He went on, "It's not hard to see. The artwork is attractive, it's different. It's engaging, it's interesting, it's varied, so there's a lot of reasons to like manga, and not a whole lot of reasons to like what's out now. Because what's out now, for the big two, is, for the most part, poorly crafted. There's a few exceptions, but for the most part, it's poorly crafted, poorly conceived. There's an obvious political agenda to everything, and there's no variety. I mean, in Japanese manga, there's golf comics. There's not one comic about golf. There's multiple manga about golf. I made reference in these videos to one of my favorites, favorite manga, which is about fishing. It's just about fishing. It's not about vampires fishing another planet which is fishing or fishing after a zombie apocalypse. This is about guys fishing, surf casting or whatever, fishing from boats, fishing on the shore, fishing from the banks of rivers, and the stories are fascinating and beautifully drawn and beautifully realized. But here, what do we get? We get superheroes and poorly one done superheroes. There really isn't anything else at the mainstream companies. It's superheroes, superheroes, superheroes. They're all avatars with the writer's political agenda, and they're kind of tiresome. They're not particularly well drawn. They're not particularly well realized. Why? Why would you want to read this crap if you had a choice of reading a genre that you prefer? Be it horror, or mystery, or expanwage, or golf. When there's only one flavor in American comics, of course, Japanese car is going to win the day. He went on, "The biggest problem here is that all you see American comic book creators, the people in the mainstream do, is complain about manga. Well, why do you learn from manga? Why do you look at what manga is doing on to do that? And I don't mean draw people with huge eyes and lots of speed lines. Do more varied stories, do more complex stories, put more effort into the artwork, but put more effort into the craft. While the things comic books writers ought to look for toward manga, he doesn't mean to just copy it. If they try to copy it just like they did in the 90s, here in the United States, they just get it all wrong. They don't know what they're doing. They have no interest. They just complain about it, as if that's going to get them any more readers. I don't see the mainstream, the big two, ever catching up," he said.